From the Newstalk ZB Newsroom, this is Newsfix.
In this update, police in the US are planning to trawl the waters of a main river looking for the man wanted over a mass shooting which killed 18 people. The shootings at a bowling alley and bar in Lewiston also left 13 injured. The FBI has looked fruitlessly for Robert Card at his last known address. CNN's Bianna Goldriger says investigators aren't sure he's even still alive.
Investigators plan to send dive teams into the Androscoggin River to look for evidence and possibly Card's body near a boat launch where his vehicle was found.
Here, the Chief Children's Commissioner says a ram raid bill could put children in the pipeline to prison. Introduced by Labour in the lead-up to the election, the bill would make ram raids a new crime, giving police the power to charge offenders as young as 12. Judge Frances Evers says it was proposed in the midst of a campaign and needs to be thoroughly debated. She says 218 young people were prosecuted for this kind of offending in the year to May.
So to have this sort of legislation rushed through for that percentage is a disappointment in my view.
Heavy rain and strong winds are expected for the upper North Island as the remnants of tropical cyclone Lola arrive. It's likely to merge with another system, bringing unsettled weather to northern and western parts of the country from tomorrow. There are heavy rain and strong wind warnings in place for Northland, Auckland and Coromandel. One of the big teaching unions says the incoming government can get off on the right foot by allowing experts in the sector to lead it. Both National and ACT laid out new education policies during the campaign. The actual changes are being thrashed out in secret discussions. NZEI Immediate Past President Liam Rutherford says ideologically driven policy should be avoided.
It was a pretty disappointing election campaign from all parties that didn't actually come to the table with real solutions around what we need to see in education.
That's news. In sport, a nail-biter at the Cricket World Cup in India, where South Africa have survived more than a few late jitters to just hold on for a one-wicket win over Pakistan in Chennai. The Proteas had been cruising towards a target of 271, and then came a late collapse. They needed, in the end, 11 runs off the last wicket to edge across the line. All Blacks playmaker Richie Mo'unga won't be distracted by talk of departing players, including his own. Ahead of the Rugby World Cup final, Mo'unga says there's been just the one goal this week.
Sure, my focus and energy is on Saturday night, so I'm sure a lot of the other boys are like that too, and we'll touch on that in good time about players leaving and whatnot, but Saturday night, 9 o'clock is where it's at.
Daniel Hillier remains in his share of the lead after fading light ended play early on day 2 at golf's Qatar Masters. That's News and Sport. I'm Tim Dower.
For more news, listen to Newstalk ZB live on iHeartRadio.